Welcome back. One thing I know about my tribe here on YouTube is that you all get a kick out of watching me do hair. So I thought I'd come on back on and let you watch. Need to promote. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch my camera so that you all can watch Holistic Scalp Detoxing live with me. I wonder why. Let's turn it. Haha. Ooh. Give me a second, yeah. Switching devices. Alrighty, so I'm back on, and it is my due diligence to demonstrate what I'm prepared to train us about. And I guess the only individuals that are really needing this are those that live in a climate that possesses less than 70% humidity in your air. The way you check that is you can fire up your Google and just simply ask Google, what is my current humidity? If that percent number is below 70, you have scalp buildup. And if you have it, or if your community possesses that low of moisture percentage in the air, scalp buildup is definitely drying and turning to a solid. And shampoo, I have so many videos to prove that after using shampoos, even the ones that the dermatologist subscribed, because I have tested and researched that one as well, the buildup is still there on the surface, and that bothers me. I don't like that. I don't like being, like half good. I like being thorough. And so do these clients here in the chair. They don't want to leave with most of their buildup gone. They want to leave with a clean scalp. And I realized that the other approaches that I researched, because I did look into dermatology, because I thought I wanted to go back to medical school to be a dermatologist, till I looked into it to realize, like, oh, wait, dermatologists, they're on the medical side of this. Dermatologists are only going to treat this, which means they're going to give you something to put on top of it. Well, my research has shown, like, why would we put something on top of this if it comes off? And in fact, when you choose to detox it and get it off, not only does this feel good to the client, there's no pain associated with this when you use the right tool. And the thing that I teach in my trainings is how to do what you're watching me do right now. There's a madness to this on how you don't tangle the hairs. I see a lot of individuals struggling with managing the hair and not tangling it. Greetings, everyone. I see you. Make sure you subscribe. If you're liking what you see. So back to what I was just explaining about the research that I did, and it's my own research that I did by myself with the dermatology educational world. And I realized that you got to go back, you got to go to 4 years medical school in order to become a dermatologist. Then I heard about the Institute of Trichology in New York was the school I found. It used to call it UTI. And when I researched their curriculum, everyone, I realized that they don't teach you how to remove the buildup. They only teach you how to identify the different levels of buildup, which is how to identify if it's dandruff, how to identify if you're working with, if you ran into a psoriasis patch, or they help you to identify things like seborrheic dermatitis. But I realized with that education, they don't teach you how to get it off. They only teach you how to wear the white coat with your name on it. Some of you remember in my early days in my journey, I was wearing a white coat. That's when I thought I wanted to be a trichologist. But then by doing the research and looking into the curriculum, I realized like, ooh, I felt that was going to be a waste of my time and money because my culture and upbringing, I did this as a child, y'all. So I then realized that God has kind of created me as being what's called a Sankofa. I don't know if you all know what a Sankofa is, but I am a Sankofa for us when it comes to scalp scratching. I just decided to create a whole brand and service because I saw, God made me see that this is needed big time on a lot of different scalps. I mean, big time. Do you see that? It's needed. And this is the majority of scalps that carry this type of buildup down at the surface. And what's crazy about this is most of it you cannot see with your human eye. I am using my cell phone as a device, my device, to go in like you just saw me going in, to show you up close the buildup that I removed. So let me show you in real time. This is dandruff here in this area, and it's the salt in the sweat. It's not the water in the sweat. It's the salt that turns to a solid in a climate that possesses less than 70% moisture, especially on someone's head of hair when she's got this much hair. You see that? This is a long woman. She's got what's called high density. So her head heat is naturally and normally getting, I shouldn't have said naturally, is normally getting trapped. So she sweats more up here in her head than she sweats anywhere else on the body. And listen, everyone, this is just like the tartar on your teeth. And I tell everybody, everyone wonders why their scalp is so bad. And it's like, because you're not washing it every day like you do your body. If you didn't wash your body like you're not washing your head, your other hairy areas are going to do this too. So if you got a lot of hair on your arms and legs, your sweat's going to get trapped. If you sweat a lot on your feet or you got hair on your toes or something, your toes, that's where, what is it called? Feet fungus comes from. I think that's why a lot of dermatologists now are trying to call this fungus on the scalp when it's not. It is soggy sweat. that has not fully dried, and that's more of a psoriatic dermatitis scenario. What, Vaughn? Share the good news. You know I want to know. Ooh, I even have a new technique, y'all, that I'm using. I'm so proud of you, Vaughn. You're performing the 5 P's of life and what you should do before you do anything, which is get prepared. You know how so many people just jump into something and try to start doing something that they really have not prepared for is really sometimes why the individual struggles. So when I used to teach for Empire Beauty Schools, I used to start the day out. They used to make us put some type of a positive saying on our boards in the mornings. And mine was always the 5 P's, which stands for proper preparation prevents poor performance. It's a cliche that I've lived by my whole life. I always used to tell the girls on my original team, if you just get ready, if you prepare for anything that we're doing, it's hard. It's going to be real hard for you to struggle. The only people that struggle at anything in life are those that have not prepared for what they're doing. Hi, Miss Shirley. So, a lot of you watching this, some of you, I don't know if you're like me, but you're going to say to yourself, oh my God, my grandmother or my mother used to do that to my scalp when I was younger. You're just watching it up close now and seeing what they was getting up out your head. And listen, this is so much worse now than it was when I was doing my mother's and my aunt's scalps back in the 70s and 80s. Climate has changed, everybody. Tap water has changed. So many individuals are like, why do I need to change what I've been doing the past 25 years of my life? Because your environment is changing. Your tap water is not the same. Your climate is not the same. Your air is not the same. This is why this is occurring to the scalps here in Colorado and markets beyond. And this here, man, this definitely suffocates the pores down here when you don't remove it. And when this buildup cakes up like this in these areas, hair can't grow through this. And adding oil to this doesn't make it disappear. We all know oil is not a dandruff remover. It's a lubricant, and it's going to cover this up and cap it and suffocate that area even more. So why would we do that if we have a way to lift and remove it? Like I'm about to do. And then that patch is not going to be there no more. You see that? Got it up. There it goes right there. Got that patch up, which is called dandruff, off her surface. This minimizes hair loss. Everyone's wondering, how do I do what I do without advising my clients to take a peel? Well, this is a holistic approach. It is new, but it's like, come on, y'all. Y'all wasn't afraid. Were you afraid of a relaxer? When it first came out, I think everyone just jumped into a bucket of relaxer. No one really questioned and was afraid of conditioner, especially when they told us that it's going to repair our hair. We believed it and used it right away. So I'm not sure what the hesitation is with this amazing essential service that I've created into a professional An essential service. This is just like the brushing of your teeth. Can I get a like on the video? Jeesh. Hello? Like I got over 1,000 people watching me, but I guess there's shell shock. Good morning, Miss Shirley. Can you like the video for me? Y'all be making me feel like what I'm doing is not amazing. Shoot. If I was doing something crazy, y'all be giving it all kind of likes. So I have to inspire you all, I guess. Hello out there, just like the video for me. Well, welcome, Fran. What you eating for lunch? I didn't know that you all liked watching this like this. Y'all love watching this? Do y'all like watching the flakes pop up? Seeing that it really comes up? Which is so much more cost effective than having to buy all the medication and the topicals and all the shampoos and stuff. Anti-dandruff shampoos are pretty expensive. They tend to be over $20 for just an 8-ounce bottle. So this approach is definitely going to help you to save money. So right here, I got a little bit of seborrheic dermatitis on the scalp, and that's common back here in the curvature on the ridge of the head. This is where a lot of sweat tends to collect in everyone's head. The research shows that all of us have a different structure to our heads. We don't have round heads like a bowling ball. And so in those dips and crevices is where this sweat it like collects because it can't get over the ridge of the indentation in the head. I go over all of this in training to really open up your brain to understand why this collects. Like I said, it's because most individuals are going too long or going multiple days, not too long. I can't say that. But just going multiple days without washing the head because we sweat multiple times a day, everybody. Our sweating isn't like how we eat. You can plan, you can starve yourself and not eat nothing, but you can't control your sweating. Some people I think they can because I've had so many clients try to convince me I don't sweat. I don't sweat. Well, now I just realize you're uneducated about your own body because everyone sweats. That's not something that can be surgically removed or something you can take a pill to stop. I had to do that research because so many clients sometimes will distract you and think that you don't know what you're saying or doing because they're so strong about their their lack of knowledge. And it's more than just stimulating the scalp. This is increasing the blood flow as well as lifting and removing anything that's in the way. So good eye, Shirley. This kills two birds with one stone. And it is why clients here in Denver now have no problems paying $185 a session because they now see, like, wait a minute, some people have paid $160 just for a silk press service, and nothing gets done to their scalp, and nothing gets done to their ends, nothing, and that's a $160 service, or it's some type of a chemical service. Most individuals are paying for like keratin treatments or Brazilian blowouts, and nothing gets done to the scalp. So clients here, this community here in Denver is starting to realize, like, wait a minute, and my hair is not falling out like it was before. Because now I've realized that it is this buildup that causes our hairs to shed more than they're supposed to. Plus, not getting this off the surface because shampoo doesn't get it all off, it then serves as what's called a growth blocker. The anagen phase is unable to regulate if you've got all this coverage on the scalp. And anybody that's out there wondering, well, I don't know if I got it or not. If your scalp is itching, you got it, whether you can see it or not, because most people do add oil to this. And oil covers it up, does cover it up. But I've realized now within my holistic journey, I want to be thorough. I want to get all of it off. So in addition to shampooing, this is what I do. Thanks everyone for watching. Where are you all joining me from? I now know that I've got amazing global attention. Shout out to Russia, shout out to Germany, shout out to the UK, shout out to Pakistan, because I do know that you all are watching as well. Oh, my Trinidadians as well. What's up, Trinidadians? I know a woman from, what was it called? Somewhere in Trinidad. What's up, California? Have you subscribed to this holistic approach for your scalp care? And listen, everyone, have I told y'all anybody can take my training? I said anybody can take my training. This does not require a beauty license for you to learn how to scratch someone's scalp for them and learn how to lift things like seborrheic dermatitis. Take on a holistic approach so you don't need any growth serum or oils. And you can then use it on other areas and not have to use as much of it. What's up, California? What part of California? I was supposed to fly into California today, but I decided to stay here because I had nowhere to move my clients. And we don't play, we don't skip sessions. So my clients know that about me, that I'm not just going to cancel them when I travel. I have learned how to manage a very large clientele base, and actually a dentist taught me, which was dope because I didn't really know anyone else that is managing the kind of volume that I manage in here, because I do about 4 to 5 clients every single day. So the dentist is the individual that I went to that was able to help me learn how to manage such a large clientele base. So one thing that I do, my clients are what's called pre-booked. I got appointments on my books indefinitely. That means forever. I don't book just 3 months in advance, or my books are open 1 month in advance. That's a great way to struggle because some individuals need to schedule out in advance. So when I get ready to travel, I don't just cancel my clients. I have to move them to a different spot. It's how you properly manage your clients and your lifestyle. So sometimes I have to say no to traveling because it's most important that I'm here for my clients. So yes, this not only increases blood flow, and we all know that that's the catalyst to hair growth, but yet this is something most of us are not doing to the scalp before shampooing, and may wonder why you're thinning or getting shorter or even suffering excessive hair loss. This is how I'm restoring alopecia areas, because by doing this in those areas, you are increasing the blood flow as well as removing the growth blocker. What this is on the scalp. You see that? This is the area that I've detoxed. You see how clean it is? This is the area I have not. Down in here, you can even see the difference in color. And this is another patch right here that happens when you do not exfoliate. So you can see the difference live, y'all. Ooh, super effective. Any questions for me? I need to plug in. Anybody got a solution for tangled cords? Let me know. It gets on my nerves. Ooh, it gets on my nerves. It gets on my nerves. All right. So again, this removes your dandruff, plus it removes psoriasis, plus it removes the seborrheic dermatitis, and increases your blood flow because by the comb going back and forth on the surface, you're conducting what's called tapotement. Tapotement is a massage technique that involves the going back and forth on the surface of the scalp, and it increases the blood flow. Not sure if you can see, but her skin color changes once the comb goes back and forth over the surface. I share so many videos and different scenarios that I've experienced myself along this journey, which is so mind-blowing. So if anybody is intrigued and you would like to learn how to do this, I highly recommend you go down into my description. I've placed my training links as well as all other links on if you want to just order some MYWater and just give an amazing test out an amazing hydration treatment, you can. If you want to just purchase my holistic cleansing bundle, you can. I've also put in the link, my description, the links to my Amazon affiliate store, which is links to all of the items that I use from behind the chair. But my first stop is Phoenix, Arizona, Monday, March 24th. I then have a training workshop set for Colorado Springs, Colorado on Monday, April 21st. Again, anyone can take the training. Okay, good question, because most individuals, Shirley, they have what's called, everybody knows there's something called a soft spot in the top of everybody's heads. That's this spot right here. This is her soft spot. This is a dent in here. I don't know if she knows it, but I can feel it. She just said, there is a dent here. So this is the main part and area that sweat builds because of that dip. Listen, the research shows that once the sweat falls into that dip, because of the ridge on the other side of the dip, the sweat it's unable to run up and over that ridge, so it just settles right here. And again, the research has shown, Miss Shirley, that not removing this and then just shampooing or just adding oil to this is suffocating the pore and not allowing the hair to come through. And here's what's crazy. Just because you decided to allow your sweat buildup to collect in your head does not mean it's disappearing or evaporating. It's collecting and layering up. And of course, you're not going to get any hair growth in that area. Listen, dermatologists have individuals trying to be misled to believe that I'll just say that again, you got to add something to this. And I won't say that that doesn't work, but this sure is way more effective than anything else. So Unfortunately, just because you allowed this buildup to remain does not mean it also makes you shed more. So listen to that. So now you got more than one problem going on in your head than you know, because in addition to losing more hairs because the salt in your sweat, it causes your hairs to become weak. That's why you itch. But it's also preventing your anagen phase. Does everybody understand what the anagen phase is? That's the growth phase. There are three different phases of the hair growth. There's the initial growth phase, the resting phase, and then the shedding phase. So listen, that's why even men go bald up there. Well, at least that's what the holistic research showed me. So, and now when clients come in that have suffered alopecia in the top of their heads, now their hair is growing back. And they know, and I know, we've tried everything. We've tried every growth serum under the moon. We've tried every biotin pill, every hair, skin, and nail pill. We've already booked with the dermatologist. We already tried tea tree oil, tea tree shampoo. We already tried Head and Shoulders. We already tried Selsun Blue. We already tried minoxidil. We already tried vinegar. We already tried baking soda. We already tried alcohol. We even tried lemon juice. To get this off, I've tested all of those approaches, and my videos show that the buildup is still on the scalp. And what's crazy is if you're not doing an up close zoom in like I do, you ain't gonna see it because your human eye can't see this. So there's so many individuals relying on just their human eye. There's a reason why the Trichology educational ring came with the device, because it shows you what's on the surface. Dermatologists don't even use the device. They don't use nothing except maybe some shampoo. And dermatologist is now good at cutting a piece of your scalp out, calling it a biopsy, to then finally tell you, oh, I still can't help you. It's so messed up. All right, so I'm almost done with this amazing scalp detox. And then we go to the shampoo bowl. Shampoo bowl is second here, not first. Any other questions? There it is, King Von, the anagen phase. Yep, you just spoke on the what's called the growth phase, the resting phase, and then the shedding phase. The anagen, catagen, and the telogen. Good job, Von. Thanks for your help. I love somebody educated. It ain't many of us, I promise you. More people act like they're educated than there really are truly educated people. And now I realize that I just got to pay attention to how you move and how you talk. And that tells me your level of education. Because if certain people had certain knowledge, they wouldn't be doing certain things like putting oil on this. I would say, y'all tell y'all's dermatologists to call me. They can, I'll go work for them, or we can partner, and they can send me their black clients or clients with wavy hair, because those are the only scenarios that they're struggling with, and they can send them to me. I'll do what I do. I just met in the middle. Can always tell when I'm done. And now we're going to take her to the bowl, and now it's time to shampoo. So once again, the link is in the description, everybody. If you'd like to learn how to get this done and learn how to do this yourself, remember, no beauty license is required. And I hope that I see you either in Phoenix, Arizona, March 24th, or Colorado Springs, Colorado, Monday, April 21st. Thanks for watching, y'all. Look at all the buildup that I got off of her.